And we're rolling.
Hello and welcome. February 18th, 2021. The BAB podcast episode 5. The follow-up edition to the most popular show we've ever put out on the interweb. I like to think that has something to do with us, but clearly it doesn't. Big thanks to Ryan Burkett, the Big B, for taking us into a new stratosphere of probably close to 300 views. I don't know what a view entails. I don't know how much you have to watch. I assume that it's a certain amount. You can't just click it.
Yeah.
So I assume that it requires you to watch a specific amount of time for it to count as a view. Last time I checked, I even think we had 11 likes. That's not bad. Hey, how many subscribers?
Double digits.
We have double-digit subscribers?
No, likes.
I don't think
I was talking about.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
No
no,
way.
we're not there
Oh,
yet.
no. We have 19 subscribers.
You goddamn
Oh,
right
well.
we do.
We have
19.
19.
That could
This
literally
episode,
that's almost
we're getting
20.
which is
Dude,
almost
that
100.
is fucking only 900 and
Our
fucking
our
something away from
100th
1,000.
subscriber gets a Fort hat.
Yeah. I'm into that.
Hey, you know what? Fuck that. Our 100th subscriber
Gets to drive a Bobcat.
will get to drive a new Bobcat. So, well, welcome everyone once again. Episode 5, the BAB podcast. It's a podcast by 4 friends, by friends, 4 enemies. You know how it is. Everyone's welcome, even if you don't agree with us. Podcast about some badass building that we are attempting to do, some badass business that we are attempting to conduct, which includes the ever so horrifying stock market the last fucking week.
Mm-hmm.
Badass balls. We'll have a little bit of sports talk in there, especially with the recent Padres extension.
Oh yeah.
Badass booze, which entails what we are sipping on today, that could have upwards of 200 flavors in it, according to some bottle
This is
here.
gonna be some amazing booze.
It better be amazing. It's just goulash. That's what it was. And badass babes and beats. If we get to it, we don't know. I can't promise you that we'll have time. Very first thing that we want to say is you heard us talking about the subscribers and the likes. Please fucking hit like. You wouldn't have clicked on it if you didn't like us in the first place. So just prove it and fucking hit it. If you create an account, subscribe. The 100th subscriber.
Here it goes.
The 100th I don't know how we even figure this out. We'll lie. We'll make some shit up. The 100th subscriber, we will get a $100 gift certificate to Drew Kern's establishment, Ruby Tuesdays, and you can go in there and we'll do it. We'll get a $100 gift certificate to Kern's place. You'll go in there. He'll take good care of you, and you can spend $100 in there. The 100th subscriber.
You can only buy Whoppers with it though.
You can only get Rumplemint shots. You can only if I'm there, it's only
$100
for
of Rumplemint shots.
It's $100 of Rumplemint vouchers.
And yeah,
And
you have to take picture proof after you've spent the $100.
just like I did with White Claw cans, I need all the shot glasses. They're about $5 a pop. You say leave a $20 tip.
Yep.
There's a couple in there, man. That's like, yeah.
That'd be fun. I wouldn't mind joining the winner over there just to hang out for a little bit. And
Exactly. The 100 this is a fact. You know what? The 20th, if we can figure out who the 20th subscriber is, I just ordered new hats. We will give the 20th subscriber one of the new Fort hats, especially if Tammy gets those right. So come on, Tammy. You can do it.
did you send her a picture?
I did not. I just told her, just do what we did.
You're playing with fire.
You know what? We support we just support local businesses. So I think it's really simple. Tammy Manicki,
Rustic Rose
here in town makes our the cool hats that Eric designed. And you can find her online at Rustic Rose. Is it just rusticrose.com? Rustic Rose Closet. Rustic Rose Closet at Gmail. And on Facebook, Rustic Rose Closet. So check her out. She made some cool hats for us. We'll also have the camo hats that Juan Valderrama, what a freaking awesome dude, he makes for us in the mall at what's his place called? Juan. I'm gonna look up the mall directory. I'm gonna come up with it.
This is Rustic.
There's 3 stores at the mall now?
There's at least 12. Mall. What's it? Mall.
Why don't you guys lease out the Sears space as the Fort office space?
We found an office the other day. I parked near
that would
one.
Be so sick. Oh man, the Sears. There'd be so much room. We could have a basketball court in there.
You can have a half pipe.
Can you drink though?
Beyond custom in the mall. Juan Balderrama does a great job with those camo hats that Matt designed. Dude, you knocked those 2 hats. Those 2 versions are hands. The gray with the patch, the light gray, and the camo with the black lettering are just hands down my 2 favorite hats that we've ever done. This podcast, as always, is brought to you by Samson Equipment. Our next guest, by the way, will be old Scotty Schroeder. We'll have him on in not next week, 2 weeks. He will, after trivia, who he is a proud participant in trivia at Broken Spoke here in Las Cruces, Mad Max's establishment downtown. Scotty will he will be our guest number 2, and we'll probably have another spike because he will have an entire new audience of people that will be fantastic to watch, get their first glimpse of this shit show. And I'm excited, but
me too. Yeah.
That picture on the Samson website, like of all the weight benches or whatever, the long row, reminds me of like a server room, like Amazon or something, just like walking down all these servers.
Yeah, they should just have an animation on repeat where it just looks like it's never ending.
Yeah, constant flow. There's just so many people that we would love to just, give shots out to. And, as you guys think of them, as you're talking, just kick them out there and let's do our best to promote everyone because I think it goes a long ways towards, building relationships.
No, absolutely.
Today we're going to have, a pretty quick discussion on the building side of things, with the weather, with just some situations we ran into. It's been a little slower than we've hoped. People are backed up. Framers pushed back, inspections kind of running long. It's been a little bit of a dip. So we'll just touch on a little building stuff. Biggest thing we're going to touch on today is potentially buying a new piece of equipment. Came with 2 thumbs up from Burkett when we mentioned it on Facebook today. And, talk about a couple other things that we're, continuing to push. We'll get into stocks. Matt's got a laundry list of things that we're going to touch in the stocks and business side of things. I'm excited to listen to him chat about a couple of those, especially his Tesla concepts and kind of the cryptocurrency situation. Sports, us. We could talk sports the entire day, but we try to keep it at a minimum because we also understand that, right now it's not the biggest thing in the world. We'll spend a lot more time on booze. That's actually gotten us through most of these days, more so than sports. And we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up with, I had a little comment. I had maybe an epiphany today about my thoughts on some, on dentistry, on whether or not it's the greatest scam of the 20th century, dental hygiene. I don't know. I got some ideas. I'm gonna bounce them off of you. And then we'll wrap it up just like we normally do. We still haven't gotten good at it, but you know what? Fuck it. Let's roll. Building wise, gentlemen, not a lot to report. We had a cool meeting. We had a cool meeting today with some potential new clients, and that might work out pretty good with the way the lot's shaping out. So I think that's kind of
those couple of lots that are next to each other. That'd be kind of cool if we could kind of situate both where we're taking advantage of the view and not negatively affecting either of our customers. It's kind of a fun dance there.
This better not be multifamily.
No, Matt, mute. How do we all? Can we mute Matt? No, we can't. Well, and it's a funny story because we are in the Las Cruces area. We're very realtor friendly. We had a old friend of ours. You know what? I won't use old friend. She's just a friend. She's a nice lady. Billy Haney brought us a customer and got in mind, and we go to write an offer up on it, and it's been sitting there for 6-7 years, and the lot sold out from under us while we were writing the offer. So I don't know what timing is, but that sure as shit ain't it. So we had to pivot. We had to
a lot that had been on the market for how long, Kel?
6 years.
The week we sold out from under you. Yeah.
The week I'm writing an offer to send it over, and fucking gets sold out. So we try to pivot. In Matt's subdivision, Desert Mirage, Matt's built his house, which he designed and built on his own, and projects in there for a future guest, Jason White, NMSU golf pro, and 3 lots over. So he's on lot 10, and on lot 7, we have a couple, a mysterious husband, Lewis, and then a amazing wife, Cheryl. We got a really cool project going there. So we've got those 2. So 4 lots, we got 2 houses. Now we're taking Stephen and Alex in there to try to convince them, and we might have that other lot will probably become available. We'll build on it too. We'll just have the fort block. It'll just be
nice.
Yeah, it'll be neat. So we're super excited about that. But on the other side of things, we've got a couple houses that we're trying to get permitted. We got Stevie Calderazzo working on the plans, trying to get one in next week. Richard Rochelle, who I chatted with today, who left, he sent me a hilarious snapshot of him trying to explain the podcast to his wife. He will be a guest. He's a Roswell native, so he's New Mexico true, and we'll have him on here too. And we'll have him on while we're building for him, so he can really give some feedback on how much he fucking hates. It'll be exciting. And but all in all, from the construction side of things, it's really just been like it's been a brutal 2 weeks of just trying to milk the most out of the weather's backed people up, and so there's a backup here, and it just the trickle down effect of a backup is, for prime example, the nicest customers that you could ask for, the Lucas, who sent an unbelievably nice email message to us the other day. We're trying to get framing started. Lumber was supposed to be delivered on the 22nd, and we had trusses scheduled on the 25th. And then all of a sudden our framer's like, hey man, I can't get there for this day. And so we pushed the trusses back. And then all of a sudden pushed back, and now he's pushed back, and now he's pushed back again. And now we're like 2 weeks behind. It's just like, I'll be there in March. And it's like, oh my goodness. So, simple. What's weird is that cascading effect.
Right.
That
especially on something is tantamount as framing. You gotta frame the house up to get anything else in there. So you're kind of stuck because it's such a linchpin. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been trying to focus on the new permits, and it's just been painstakingly brutal on how many little things we're just like, dang it, this or that, or, nothing's just gone our way the last 2 weeks. But based on a conversation that Matt had with the gentleman who is helping us with some concrete work and some dirt work, he was like, man, I need you to rent me a Bobcat. And Matt takes a look online, and guess who has 0% financing over 60 months? Cat. So I'm going to push for it very hard because one, I just want to learn how to drive this I just want to get out there and learn how to use this thing. But we got a quote today. At the end of the day, and I think there's some negotiating room in there.
Was that street legal?
I think if you just needs a license plate. Yeah.
Just make sure you know the hand signals for your turn signals. That's one of those ones I've seen those videos where like the guys load them into the back of a dump truck
buy them
without anything. So you guys need to learn how to do that.
We want one with tracks. The one we've been looking at is a 256 or 259.
259 D3.
259 D3.
Yeah.
So there's a used one in town that we're going to go look at a local dealer tomorrow. But the price, I mean, let's say we can get a brand new one at 0% for 60,000. I'm going to be hard pressed to have to the price that we're going to have to get the used one for to offset what we're going to have to pay in interest is going to have to be substantial, but we're excited. I just really think.
Well, just use 50 just for anybody, like for anybody kind of listening. If you're using 50,000 and let's just say it's 3% interest rate, so it's 1,500, and that's a good rate. Make it simple, 4% interest rate. So that's $2,000 a year over the course of 5 years. So if you do $2,000 a year for 5 years, that's a 10 grand differential.
Más o menos.
But that's kind of the general gist of like what the dilemma is that if
call it 7,500. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to be doing your own dirt work?
We want, well, the thing is that this comes with it. You can get it with a trenching attachment, a backhoe attachment. Like, so there's so many things, dude. I can't tell you how many times we go out there and spend $750 a pop to have someone go clean something up, or $1,000 to do this, or $500 to trench. I'm hard pressed to believe that we can't find a way to pull $250 a month from every project that we've got going to make $1,000 a month payment on this thing. Not to mention, if we buy new, I'm really interested in seeing what the depreciation possibilities are, but super excited about this. I've wanted to get one for a while, but we've always been kind of like competitively shopping, just like, I don't know, but 0% interest, 5 years, sign me up.
They look like fun.
Yeah, they're great machines too. When I worked for my dad, we had a 247, and I got, what I really like about the Caterpillar is that the controls are kind of they were proprietary for a while. So the old Bobcats, you'd have the bucket with your feet. They're kind of tough to use your feet to manipulate the bucket. But the cat controls would be, your left joystick would be to do all the moving around, and then your right joystick would be to do the bucket. And then the only thing you're doing with your feet is using the gas pedal to kind of increase power to the hydraulic system. Yeah, wheelies, Papa wheelies. And but what's really nice about it is kind of with those types of controls, the like sensitivity, I guess, like you can really be real gentle with it and do a lot of landscaping type stuff. You can really do a lot of kind of fine work. And the fact that it has tracks is beautiful, because it's a lot harder to get one of those stuck. Because you get into some of the soft sand and stuff around here, and you're just gonna bury that thing, and because they're heavy.
Not only that, the wheels do a lot more damage on like turning, because it's a turning movement. The wheels also do, the ones with wheels also pop a lot of wheelies too. You can legitimately, get it up on an end. And
I think this is good for Matt to take to Elephant Butte in the summertime and get some girls out of when they get stuck.
Just take a tractor and go drive around
the tractor out there, saving all the girls, and that'd be a great story on how you met.
He constantly talks about wanting to get like a Can-Am or some shit. And I'm like, dude, this is
better.
This could, we could still take it out in the desert. I don't know, like, not fast.
Do you think we'll
make a road, guys? We'll make a road somewhere.
We'll go save barrel cactus. We'll go save barrel cactus.
Barrel cactus rescue.
That's what we need to do, is start our own barrel cactus business.
But no, that's what we've got going on in there. And at the end of the day, I think it makes nothing but sense from a tax standpoint. We've already got the trailer too, so we don't even have to get the trailer. Right. And I've got all the tie downs and stuff from that fucking pile of junk that I thought about buying. And so I think it's going to be a great purchase.
Is there a cat dealership nearby?
There's one, Wagner over there by the truck stops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll take you over there. It's a great time. Oh, but one thing, rule number one, if you're a salesperson, you know what grinds my gears? You are a salesperson and your fucking voicemail is full. What the fuck? Like, you only have to do 2 things. Answer your phone and return calls.
Maybe that's his gimmick. He's like, if everybody thinks I'm super busy, they're gonna have to come see me and buy it immediately because they're not gonna get a hold of me.
I went down there in person. He wasn't there. The lady goes, "Hey, here's this card. Super nice." Connie Torres. I think it's Connie Torres. Such a nice lady. Oh, here. And then everyone, and you know what? He's probably a super nice guy. I get it. But it's truly just one of those things that drives me fucking insane.
He's probably the only salesperson for that whole dealership or something like that.
There was like 4 different cards there. There was like 4 different cards. Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
But don't set your voicemail even up. That's the most that's like when you've been on hold for something for 40 minutes and they just hang up on you. That's that type of infuriating shit that is. And then your voice, like, just, you're not getting to them. It's so full. It's so fucking full that you can't even get more. So you don't even know, like, you don't even know how to check them. Delete, just fucking delete them. God damn. All right. Yeah. Speaking of business, that's the perfect transition. So I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say about some of these interesting topics.
You know, the first thing on the agenda is the minimum wage, and that's been a discussion, right? Is raising the minimum wage. Have you guys heard about that?
Before we get there, I want to get back to Nick's question that he has on the agenda. Is if viewers want to know about something, learn about something, leave a comment, leave a question, leave a comment down there, so we can, anything about building that Kelly and Matt can help answer, go ahead and leave it in the comments, and we'll get to it the next show.
Leave in the comments, text us a question if you want. I mean,
yeah, for sure. We'll add it to the agenda. If you know us, text us. We'll definitely make it part of the show. That's a good idea.
Definitely leave it in the comments.
Yeah,
because I think there's a metric that's measured by people interacting in the. I think there's something to be said about that. So we would love first person to leave a comment with a construction question gets one of the new hats.
Love it.
Nice.
Right.
I'm gonna log on right now.
I'm gonna beat you to it. Print, baby.
But yeah, so minimum. Good call, E. You know what, E? Every time we finish the construction set of things, why don't you just always, like, just chime in with that, then just say, hey, like that's a great, to create a routine of just knowing when to do something. That would be a great time for you to just say, hey guys, now's the time.
And it's a good way of letting us know that we're done with that segment too. Yeah, I like it.
Good to go.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into some business then.
Yeah. So minimum wage. I know that it's always a matter of discussion in politics all the time about the minimum wage getting raised and whatnot. They're saying that $15 an hour though. That's a lot. I mean, in that's a big jump from
a lot here. It's a lot here.
So like I saw something interesting that I thought was funny, or not funny, haha, but just peculiar funny, that there's like to your point, Kelly, like depending on what region you're in, like you can't, it's kind of painting with a broad brush. A $15 minimum wage cost of living in Manhattan, you're not going to afford anything, but there's El Paso here. There's just, it just kind of depends on where you're at. So it is interesting that they're trying to make that a thing. And what I find kind of sad is that it's so politically popular to take it all the way up. So I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, it's an extremely interesting topic. I was in San Francisco one summer for like some random vacation and walking around in the Bay Area, and like fast food restaurants like Subway or Burger King or something, they all needed employees, and they were offering like a starting wage of like over $20 an hour in the Bay Area. And you can't get anything in the Bay Area for $20 an hour. You can't even live there. So you'd have to commute for 2 hours to even get to work one way. So I think the different market, the different regions sort of dictate what the minimum wage is going to be. And so right now, nationally, it's $7.25 an hour for minimum wage, which is the law. But I mean, right up I-25 from us in Santa Fe, I think the minimum wage is probably pushing up to $15 or so right now. And
but there's certain businesses that refuse to open up shop in Santa Fe because of the minimum wage being so high. Like they won't get certain chain restaurants and stuff like that. And I mean, I'm sure that in Santa Fe they don't give a shit, but I mean, like there's business not being done as a result.
I think there's a difference between like the types of businesses. I mean, because restaurants aren't necessarily, they don't have to be so bound by the minimum wage because they're paying servers, whatever, like a small dollar amount per hour, and then they get tips and crap like that. So I think it depends on the business.
Yeah, to just kind of maybe to my position on the minimum wage is that it should be $0. That you shouldn't be required by law to pay a minimum wage, period. I think that it should be market driven. I think that the minimum wage actually hurts more access to jobs than it does help. There's a point that I'm trying to remember the guy, I think is an economist like Sol, who was saying that like there used to be all these jobs like the gas station attendant, you know, the little what would you call it, like an usher in a movie theater, and these are jobs by kids and sometimes like the elderly, you know, the Walmart greeter type thing. But going back to the kid side, if you had a gas station attendant, somebody who was just there to go and help you fill your gas, and you had a gas station and you could full service gas station and pay the kid, I don't know, let's just say in today's money, literally in today's money, you pay that kid $5 an hour, but whatever tips he gets to keep. And he's 15, 16 years old, whatever the minimum is. He gets work experience. He gets money he otherwise wouldn't have had. And then now there's a service being provided that didn't exist before. By creating the minimum wage, you've effectively created a threshold where that job doesn't exist anymore. And one of the things is like, you know, you're going to have this whole threshold raised up, and there's going to be all kinds of jobs that have kind of gotten their completely been eliminated, you know? I don't know.
If you're trying to make that argument that you need a $0 minimum wage to sort of create additional jobs for whoever it might be, like for a kid or for an elderly individual, but I mean, $7.25 an hour should be not much of an impact for a business that's doing all right. And so why wouldn't you just pay this kid $7.25 an hour, and they can still keep the tips or whatever, and then they're getting their on the ground experience, and they're still getting paid something that's decent. And I mean, if you can't pay $7.25 an hour as a business, you're probably going to fail as a business.
It depends what type of business you're in. I mean, like again, going back. So my argument about the gas station attendant, that job is gone because no gas station can afford to have that job. So there's certain jobs that are just priced out of the market. They're priced out of the market.
Unless you're in Oregon or New Jersey, then
but that's a mandate. You can't pump your own gas in those places. So that job was protected by more regulation.
Yeah. I just don't. I mean, I think you're exactly right. The market dictates the minimum wage, but I don't think you need to take it down to $0.
I think we'd be better off. I think there'd be more people. Well, there definitely would be more people working. And why should it be illegal to pay somebody? Why should it be illegal? Why are you laughing? Why should it be illegal to pay somebody what they're willing to accept? You can do it. You can do it with anything else. You can accept 50 cents to sell, you know, that pair of LA Gear shoes behind you, Nick. But why is there? Should there be a limit on what you can sell? The lowest price you can accept for those shoes? I mean,
yeah.
I don't know,
because people are going to get taken advantage of.
They already do.
So,
yeah, but they're. I mean,
so that the
you
argument
have to have a
is
starting
because they
point.
get taken advantage of.
No. That's not my argument. My argument is
we want to make more
opportunities. Yeah, it kills jobs. It kills jobs and it kills opportunities.
I think innovative owners. I think owners that fail to react to market situations kill jobs. I don't disagree. The way that I would run it,
the only thing economists know how to do is create scarcity, and it's by raising prices and reducing supply. So that's essentially
people that fail to adjust to market trends and certain economic factors, their companies die too. It's happened through. Agree with you that I'm not a fan of the minimum wage, so I'm not going to sit there and say that I would support it. It should not be a mandate. There should not be a mandated minimum wage. What we should do is we should incentivize companies that figure out ways to pay things like that. So if you figure out a way to pay someone more, let's reward that company with some type of incentive to help kind of offset that. But it should 100% be based on region, on cost of living kind of fact. There's so many factors. If you make $15 an hour in Las Cruces, don't get me wrong, you're not fucking blowing the doors off, but you're also not in bad shape based on what the cost of living is here. You could 100% be on the road at a minimum wage, like you could be on the road to freaking home ownership. Well, maybe not right now in the market right now, but nonetheless, you guys know what I'm saying is that you're not going to be struggling. Trying to do that in Santa Fe, like, yeah, good luck there with even $15. And so the whole fact that someone's like, I'm not going to open for $15 an hour. It's like, dude, people, I don't know who would even work for you at $15 an hour up there because of what it costs to live. So it is a little, it feels to me at times to be a chicken and egg situation. And so my only thought is I hate forcing things down people's throats. But there's maybe one time that I'm okay with it. But the thing is that is that I'm more about incentivizing, like make it worth someone's while. And here's the thing that people need to understand. And this, I think this is a factor. I'd be very interested in hearing that side that's just so pro minimum wage. Is just, you got to understand that the cost of everything's going to go up. I mean, if Lorenzo's has to pay certain people an amount that they hadn't planned on, your pizza's going to be $19 now.
Yeah, but is it really that big of a difference if you have money to go out and eat on a regular basis? Like $2 going to make a difference?
Some people it won't. But again, that's kind of a funny thing because it's not for you. So because $2 doesn't make a difference for you or to people doesn't mean that $2 price increase doesn't have market effects, right? So like take the stock market, for instance, a $2 increase on a stock. How expensive is a stock? Is it a $10 stock where a $2 price increase is 20%? You know what I'm saying? Or is it a $100 stock where the $2 price increase is 2%? So, and then how many people are, because of the minimum wage increase, there's trickle down issues. Like maybe somebody got fired because they're one of the 1.4 million people who are going to be without a fucking job because the minimum wage got imposed and businesses won't pay it. They'd rather have a robot kiosk that's going to have you put in your order at that restaurant they used to work at instead.
It reminds me of listening to a server talk about someone that goes out to eat and then doesn't tip. If you can't afford to do it, don't fucking do it.
I mean, I've gone out and I think I've been so incredibly drunk. I tried to tip, but it didn't work.
You didn't even order anything. You just tried to tip. You're like, I don't know what to do here.
There was one company, I don't know the name of the company, but they paid every one of their employees $70,000.
It wasn't Kroger.
They weren't slinging hamburgers, Nick. I'll tell you that.
No, but
no, it's a tough. I do understand. I understand both sides of the argument, and I think there's, like I said, I'm a huge fan of incentivizing things. So if someone like Vince is having a hard time with a raised minimum wage, why not help? Like, then you incentivize it and you make sure that he gets a break where, on the other end. And I don't know how to do it. I've never, we have one employee. We give him like
you
biscuits
pay him like
and White
$3 an hour, right?
Biscuits and White
we also hit him all the time. We hit him.
Yeah, I mean, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't smack it. I don't know if that's the same.
I think to get at your point, like as far as McDonald's or like any of these huge corporations that do like sort of mundane work, they're all gonna try to move their workforce towards a automated system.
Oh yeah,
so
they've already started,
whether there's a minimum wage or not, jobs are still going to be lost in the long run. We're never going to gain jobs just because there's a $0 minimum wage.
No, I disagree. I disagree with that statement entirely. We would gain jobs if we went to a $0 minimum wage. 100%. It's a market threshold. If you remove a market threshold, then all of a sudden the people who existed below the market threshold are in the market. It's that simple. Okay, here's Kelly. If building permits are $0, are there going to be more houses built?
No.
Why not?
No.
What difference does a $2,000 building permit or whatever make?
That's just one factor.
It makes a lot of difference, man. It makes a lot of difference. So so a building permit's $10,000.
Well, what percentage of the project is a building permit?
Reduction. What's that?
What percent of the project is a building permit?
In the city of Las Cruces?
In the big picture, like when we go get a building permit, what percentage of our project cost is a building permit?
I think we're victim to the same issue that you guys are seeing the lens through, because we build expensive ass houses where the building permit is, a little sliver of the total
even $150,000 house. Well, what do you think the building permit
in the city of Las Cruces? There's a fucking $2,000 park fee that's practically part of the building permit.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. You're referring to okay. I was
building and impact
referring
fees.
to impact fees.
Period.
Okay.
Sorry. Fees, period.
Sorry.
They're all part of the permit as far as I'm concerned. Because you can't, I can't build the fucking house without the park fee paid, right? Part of the fucking building permit. So if all of a sudden $150,000 house and $7,000 to $10,000 of that, it might be a little less than that, $6,000 to $7,000 of that permit is fees, and you're telling me that somebody who was going to buy a $150,000 house and now can get a $143,000 house, that there's not some makeup in the market there, that doesn't make a difference. Just because it doesn't make a difference to you or you, it makes a difference to some person. That's still going to get the building price reduction. What's that?
No,
they're still going to get the building permit. They're just not going to get a fridge or something.
Yeah, I think you have the entry level builders.
No roofs, man, on this house.
Entry level builders. I would be interested in seeing a graph of fees associated with the permit and the number of permits pulled over the years. And I think you would see a increase in permits pulled, even though there's an increase in fees associated with everything. I feel like it in the big picture.
That's correlation and causation. Like, so if the city's growing and the government grows, like there's gonna be a net increase. But the thing is that the impact that those fees have is not negligible. It's not. It doesn't go out like it's not. It's not a binary discussion. It's not a binary discussion.
No, I know. I think it's a factor. I think in an equation, it's a factor. I don't think it's as significant as you think it is.
Okay, it is a factor. It is a factor.
Oh, no. 100%. 100%. It is a factor.
Okay.
All right. So how about the college loan forgiveness?
What do you guys think about college loan forgiveness?
Oh, I'm all for it.
Yeah. To how much money?
All of it.
Really?
We should take whatever we bail out other people on. I just don't see how. Listen, I'm not 100% behind it from the standpoint of like, should we always forgive college loan? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, I get it, but I also don't think it would hurt anything.
I mean, just imagine the trickle down effect of having somebody like I have a ton of student loans, and I would love to save, I don't know, let's say $400 a month. So if I had an extra $400 a month, I'd maybe invest in have you guys build me a spec home or something.
What if we called it permit fees instead of student loans? And then Matt would be like, fucking get rid of it. I do think it's a bit of a bailout. I do think it would have a dramatic positive impact on the economy and the lives of some young people that are trying to fucking be productive. Well, hopefully productive parts of society.
Not even young people. Like there's a wide swath of people, all age ranges, who have who have lots of student debt.
What do you think about what do you think about this right here? Biden saying, "I'm prepared to write off 10, but not 50 because I don't think I have the authority to do it."
I'll take 10. I
think 10, but I don't think 10 really makes a.
I love that there's a president.
I don't get it.
I love that there's a president who said the words, "I don't think I have the authority to do it by signing," because we did not live in this world fucking 2 months ago.
I would personally, actually, I mean, student loan forgiveness would be wonderful, but I would like to see some of these programs that they have, like where you work for a public entity for a certain 10 years or 20 years or whatever, and then your student loan gets forgiven. Like you have to actually do something, and they have those programs in place, but they need to do a better job of implementing them.
But it's also not a lot of saving. It's not a lot of saving in the long run. I mean, it's a few $1,000s, I think, when I did the math for Ashley's stuff. It wasn't huge. And then they could, if you don't do the paperwork and it's not cleared, it's not
impossible to do.
If it's not cleared at the end, you could still end up paying. So it's like, it's almost seems like a gimmick. So
I mean, for it to be successful, you'd have to have like people in the Department of Education or whoever actually are competent to receive these applications and process them and actually grant them.
I just don't think it would hurt anything. I don't know, like, Matt, what negative impact would it have
to forgive student loans?
Yeah.
I mean, besides the national debt, I think, well, so let's go back. No, because I have a broader point on this, I think, is that you have I think
we don't have any debt because Biden's going to forgive the national debt.
There you go. I guess to me, what is kind of crazy about the whole student loan situation to begin with is that you can get a kid who's 17 and is going into college and just turned 18 and is going to get a degree in whatever they choose, and they can manage to get themselves in a situation where they can rack up $100,000 in loans, and the federal government is on the hook for it, and they're on the hook for it, and they can't bankrupt themselves out of it. Yet, if that same 18-year-old kid walked into a bank and said, "I want $20,000 to start a business," they would get laughed out of that motherfucker. So I just don't really see. To me, it's a scam, because I think the universities love it because it's a lot of money. I mean, it's big money. You've seen universities, the ratio to from like a pedagogy standpoint, the ratio of like instructors to administration is completely out of whack. So they're top heavy with admin. And it's all because of all of this money that's kind of rolling through. I think the solution is let people who take student loans be able to bankrupt themselves out of it, and don't have it federally backed, and watch the market actually take care of itself, because a institution won't loan on somebody who's a dunce and who's trying to get a degree in underwater basket weaving. They'd be like, "No, I'm not going to give you $100,000 for a worthless degree, and you're an idiot, so you might not even be able to pay it back. And if you don't pay it back, you can get out of it. So I'm not going to give you the money." So I think that there needs to be more of a judicious allocation of these funds for student loans. That's just my opinion.
I think you nailed more than a few things that I really do like about that. And at the end of the day, maybe you have it where you allow them to be, maybe it's upon graduation. You know, if you graduate, maybe you can get some student loan forgiveness so that you didn't go like, "Oh, I'm just going to try this because I don't really give a shit," you know. And then like you said, if you made you gave someone the ability to get out from under it, then maybe they'd think like maybe you'd have to earn it a lot more. So I don't hate
They might be like
your idea.
They might be like, let me see your grades, man. You know what I mean? Like, let me see your grades before I'm willing to sign up on this type of thing.
It's an interesting topic. I don't think there'd be a lot of harm to it. I don't know. For me, the difference between $10,000 and $50,000, I'm not getting any. I might have a little. I don't know. Like, I think there's still one loan that I'm paying on that's like $3,500.
I have a soft spot for these kids really who took out all this money. Like, I think it's fucked up because I think they've been sold a bill of goods that isn't particularly true. So like that's why
credit card at 18 with
exactly. I mean, and not even just a credit. I mean, they could rack up. Say they got into Michigan, out of state or an Ivy League school or something. Those schools are expensive.
You highlighted a statement in there that I thought might be a neat compromise moving forward. Every state has one or two state universities that's free. And if you want to go somewhere else, figure out how to fucking do it. But you can go here and we'll fucking pay. So there's a lot to be, there's a lot to talk about. So it's interesting. Not as interesting as this shitty stock market and China.
No,
China.
The market this week was absolutely awful, but
I got
buy dips.
I got my ass whooped today so bad. I spent all of yesterday trying to short a company that's kind of has some local prominence, so I won't mention any names. But I was going nuts for that. So I had to settle for buying puts. And I think that shit's going to print. But other than that, I didn't really have a good.
Someday we're all the three of us down. I don't know where everyone is on those screens. Someday the three of us are totally going to know what the fuck you're talking about. And I cannot wait. It's going to be super exciting.
Matt talked to me.
I just shake my head now. I'm like, yep.
Matt talked to me for an hour at trivia, and I was just like, wow, I still don't know. And I won't know until I actually dive into it myself and read some shit about it.
Yeah, I mean, so I think what's interesting about the options thing is that they're really tricky and they're really volatile. But I think what's fun about learning them is when you kind of see how the prices and options change more than they do in the fundamental share price. So when you kind of see those price movements, you kind of understand why they're moving, like, because a lot of it is like calculus, like it's derivatives. So when you see like contract prices going up and down, it's because of the rate of the stock. So if the stock's going up, certain types of movements happen within the option prices. So option prices basically reflect volatility. So if a stock's bouncing around a whole lot, options prices go up. If a stock is pretty stable, options prices are really, really low. I mean, there's a lot more to it than that. There's the difference between a call and a put. So a call is the right to buy, a put's the right to sell. So like a call would be something that's kind of what they would call bullish. Like you think the stock's going to go up, so you reserve the right to buy it at a certain price. Where a put is kind of bearish when you're saying I reserve the right to sell a stock at a certain price. It's that type of thing. So you're like trying to use these instruments to kind of take advantage of movement. Options don't do well on a stable stock price, if that makes any sense. Like they don't like they can if you kind of implement some kind of fancier type stuff. But
so what was your put today?
It was on a company called Virgin Galactic, and I expect that stock to drop like a fucking ton of bricks because it's overpriced. That's essentially what I did.
Like $55 or something right now per share.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can sell it if it drops to a certain point?
Yeah. So like if you look at the options chain for watch, we'll pull one up. This will actually be kind of fun to explain because it'll actually help me to kind of understand.
Do like a minute explanation.
Yeah, we're gonna 86 everything else. If you're gonna get into this, then everything else on that list goes. So it's up to you.
Now I'll do.
You want to talk about this? Do you want to talk about this or that?
Quick. So
sorry, Dad.
What's your put? What exactly is your put?
I'm sorry. 2-hour podcasts fucking suck.
Let me just do this really, really quick. So I'll go full chain. I'm gonna bring it up the whole thing. So screen share.
While you're bringing that up, how did Neo do, Kel? Bad?
I will take a look at it. Just everything I have is red. So yeah, everything is red.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it was down. I mean, not crazy for it, down 6, almost 7%. I mean, I had another nearly $1,000 loss today. So it's just been only 2 stocks I had that fucking made money were dumbass fucking AMC, and then via Derma made a little for me.
AMC to the moon.
If the moon was the gum underneath the desk that I'm fucking sitting at, that's where AMC's fucking going.
There was a guy in the GameStop hearing who was basically saying that if they hadn't stopped trading like they did, the buying of AMC and GameStop in particular, that GameStop would have been in the thousands of dollars a share because of the short squeeze that it would have induced. But so just looking at this options chain, right? So just really quickly, so the things that are highlighted in yellow are what they call in the money options. So what that means is like you would make like the $48 call on Space is in the money, being that the stock is trading for higher than $48. Mm-hmm. And as it gets less, of course you would want to buy a stock that's trading for more or for $48 at 46. So it's in the money. You can make money at buying that contract, that $46 contract, but you pay a premium, which is a contract price, which is this ask right here. And inversely, the put is a sell. So you would love to sell a stock that's trading for $48 at 49, wouldn't you? Or even more so, you'd love to be able to sell that stock at 51. So that's why that contract price goes up for the ability. So this is the share price, and this is the contract price per share, and the ask is what you're looking at in a seller or put. The only thing that's a little bit confusing about options, I mean, to add another element of confusion, is that everything's in hundreds. So if you're gonna buy a contract, this $5.95 isn't $5.95. It's $595 because you're manipulating 100 shares at a time. That's where options get a little wild. But the thing is because you're controlling so many shares with that contract price, you can kind of find these little deals where, like, you find something that's really far out of the money. You end up with this derivative change, right? So like all of a sudden the volatility implies movement that wouldn't be there, and the contract can go up in price and you can make money and not even have to own the stock. So it gets kind of squirrely, but it's a lot of wild shit. And I'm learning. I mean, I think I might be like, between my losses and my gains trading options, I'm probably lucky to be at a net zero, because like I've had some fucking crazy shit happen where on one trade I'm like, I just made and then I get into some other shit and I'm like, oh, I'm fucking retarded. That was so dumb, like yeah. So the swings are really wild too, because you won't just be watching, a $2 or $3 price swing is multiplied by 100 every time. So you know what I'm saying? So that's why when it goes whoop, it explodes. So yeah, options are fun. There's a lot of cool videos about stock options that I've watched. I think like an understanding of stock options is a cool place to kind of learn about the stock market in general. So yeah, no, and I mean, I think everybody should at least kind of understand what they are, because they're pretty wild. But kind of going back to the agenda here, NEO didn't do well. CCL is
why did you guys throw NEO on there? Why did you guys even want to talk about NEO?
I think it kind of played into this whole flying taxi maker thing that we did. I mean, they're just the whole
NEO
China
fly
thing. No, just the whole Chinese stocks thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think everything in the electric vehicle market was crap today.
Yeah, I mean, I still like NEO as a long-term hold, just because I think there's got to be an EV competitor that comes out and at least fucking holds some ground against Tesla.
It's
and
coming out.
In my mind,
it's
I like.
lucid.
You think so?
Yeah, they already have like showrooms. People are sitting in the cars already. They're gonna have cars this year.
NEO has in Europe. NEO has showrooms.
But okay, yes, but you're talking about a competitor to Tesla.
Backed by fucking China.
Yeah, no, that's the scary part. That's the scary part. Because you're 100%
I feel like
right.
China will never, like, if China will just be like, and who steals whose technology better than anyone? China. Maybe, maybe.
Matt, who is CCIV backed by again?
The Saudis. That's what I mean. I should have taken your advice on that stock because you've done really, really well. I wish I had put money into that.
You have.
Yeah,
and that's been a straight murderer.
That's badass. Yeah,
I got lucky on that, but their cars.
No, you didn't get lucky, man. You did your fucking due diligence. You read all about that shit and you showed it to us. And I was caught up with something else shiny and I was not paying attention. Yeah,
I really think that they're gonna give Tesla. I think they're gonna be the ones because they're at the price point where they're gonna be competitive and they're a little bit fancier, I think, and their mileage, how far they're going, their range is
bring up their
CIV is the blank check company that's working for Lucid.
And the thing is, I don't even think the partnership's been announced yet. It's once it is announced officially, then I think it's going to even skyrocket more.
Yeah.
This must be a hell of a website for it to be doing this. I expect the Star Wars introduction, all of a sudden it just. So to your point about the whole Tesla thing though, Kel, like somebody's gonna have to compete with Tesla. Like
it's a matter of figuring out who it is.
Right.
GM's pretending like they're going to fucking dive head first in, but I'll believe it when I see it.
What about this? What about this theory? Everybody's gonna compete with Tesla, and Tesla's completely fucking overvalued. GM's going to compete with Tesla. Ford said that they're going to be full electric by 2030 or something like that. You have
awesome. I hope the Chevy Volt and the fucking Ford, whatever they dumb fucking name they have for theirs. We live like, I don't know. I get it. Everyone wants to. I need to see some traction before I believe it.
Matt, enable screen sharing, Matt.
Sorry, bud. On it right now. Stop. Sorry, I just found the Lucid.
Oh, if you're already on it, then just share yours.
Oh, okay. But that's a sexy looking. That's it, right?
Yep, that's it.
I love the name Lucid too. That's cool. That's a good looking car. Eric, share yours. I didn't pull up what I
did, and like. I don't know. Like I just when you who's competing with Apple? Like when you have someone that's truly at the forefront, like who's competing with Amazon?
Alibaba. But you can't find that
Alibaba.
guy.
I find it really interesting.
Bring up screen share the last thing one of you motherfuckers bought on Alibaba.
I want to figure out who Apple partner.
Show me the last fucking thing you guys bought on.
I'm in North America, Kelly.
This Samsung Galaxy is surely a nice phone. It runs on diesel, but fuck it,
Dude, the Samsung Galaxy is dope.
Who do you think?
For sure.
That is a sick fucking car.
Who do you think Apple's going to
9 quarter mile, 0 to 60 in 2.5 minutes.
That's every electric car.
20 minutes.
The Chevy Volt.
20 minutes to charge is 20 minutes to charge. That's game changing in a range of 517. What?
Okay, hold on. 20 minutes to charge with what type of fucking
to go
setup?
300 for what?
Your penis. You put your penis in it and it's charged up.
Huh? That's a good deal then.
It is a sexy car.
No, so are the Neos though. Like the electric car companies all make a fucking sexy car.
Doesn't Neo they swap out the battery? Like you can stop at a gas station and you get a new battery.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Well, so that was the thing with Neo is a lot of the way that
1,000
how people there's so many people in China they don't have a house like we have here, so charging becomes an issue because they don't have like parking right in their driveway. So that's why they change out the batteries over there. They Neo, according to their website, I mean, you go to like a coffee shop that's a Neo, and then you charge your car or have your battery changed out and have some coffee there while that's happening because you don't have a charger at home.
Oh, okay. When I rented the Tesla in California, I will admit that
wow, those are cool.
That I was not the first time I pulled up to somewhere and was like, I just got a text message from some place, ERROLSMMFMMRFLD, and the text message just says the Naughty Girl Club. So I'm clearly going to check this out real quick.
I don't think China has a minimum wage, so all the gas station attendants that are going to be changing out the Neo batteries, Matt, you're going to grab a great market there for those guys.
The 80-year-old guys that are like, please make minimum wage.
I don't know, man.
So,
I think Tesla's in trouble. Forced to go all electric in Europe by 2030. GM's going to be the Cadillac brand's going to be all electric by like 2025, something like that. Maybe a little later. It's not, to me, it's not that there's a clear competitor to Tesla. It's that Tesla has to compete with the entire fucking market now. And so I think that might be the differentiation, is that it's like, I'm not saying that there's going to be a Tesla, because Tesla's obviously a badass luxury brand and they got a lot of great things going on. But how many other companies are going to just take a little bite out of this part of the market, take a little bite out of that part of the market?
I'm not saying that doesn't need to happen, but I am saying I will believe it when I see it. And speaking of believing it when I see it, we had a really interesting conversation at trivia, last night. Every Wednesday, 6:00, you can come to Broken Spoke and watch us finish in second fucking place, by the way. It's the worst shit ever. We are taking applications. Please leave a comment if you are between the ages of 18 and 24 and a female and have an idea of pop culture and music, because we are fucking struggling.
I'll give Matt a quote. Well, I'll give Matt a quote. Our rain on top was short like leprechauns. So for your Biggie quote right there, because we were winning. I think we won like 5 or 6 in a row, and then after COVID, and then it shut down, and now we can't win to save our lives. So
yeah, there's these kids who know all the music section, and it's like, I don't know, what was it that there was like 2 Rihanna's, Ariana Grande, and like
Rihanna Grande is what I believe her name is.
Rihanna
Grande. I know why we're good at this.
That's a burrito.
Rihanna Grande.
Rihanna Grande is a burrito.
Is that a coffee? That's the coffee, right?
No, it's a burrito you can get at Fidencio's. Is a Rihanna Grande.
It has oat milk at Starbucks. It's a Rihanna Grande. But no, Eric had a super interesting question. Like we said, speaking of things that never die, LeBron, if and when LeBron
dies,
and I will some more time when we want to spend about 30 minutes on this. LeBron in my mind is the greatest player of all time. We'll argue that at a later date. But when he moves on, who would the NBA move to as the face of the NBA?
So, we were talking about this, and we both kind of agreed, Steph Curry.
Yeah.
But then, so I was talking to my barber today. Shout out to Obed at Milo's. Go see him.
Milo's.
He automatically said Zion. And
really?
Yeah, and so we were talking about the comparisons of kind of like when
did you
him
call
and
him
LeBron,
a doughboy?
No. Yeah, he did.
That dude is 2 trips to freaking Cracker Barrel away from sumo wrestling.
I love Cracker Barrel.
He just doesn't have like a marketing presence yet. So I think if he would get that behind him, he possibly could be. He's young enough. I think that the thing that with Steph is he's what's the age difference between Steph?
Zion's like 20, isn't he? 22.
Zion's young as
Seth Curry's what, maybe 32?
Zion, how old is Zion? Born, he's 21 years old. Born July.
Steph is 32.
Steph is 32.
Yeah,
they're going Zion. Why wouldn't you? He's gonna print. He's gonna print for a lot longer if they get behind him. Is he still injured, or what's going on with him right now? I don't know. I haven't been paying attention.
No.
You have to win. You have to win to even be in the discussion. Like, just go through the.
Is Golden State fucking winning though?
So I got this question from watching Jay Will, Keyshawn, and Zubin in the morning, and that was the argument.
We're sponsored by them, right?
That was the argument, though. Jay Will saying you had to earn it, and Keyshawn saying, "No, it's whoever the NBA kind of wants it to be, whoever they put their money behind." So that was their argument, and I think back in the day it was earned. I mean, you had people, and I don't know where this went, but I remember growing up, Jordan had Wheaties, had a McDonald's endorsement, had a Gatorade endorsement.
Zion does not need McDonald's endorsement.
But you don't really see all that marketing behind one person anymore.
No, I mean, it's really just shoes, and then an occasional. I think, okay, because if we go to, like, for example, Matt, go to the NBA page, click on the
number
top.
one.
I think Seth Curry kills Steph Curry, and then Seth Curry becomes the face of the NBA because he
eats
killed
him like
Steph
a
Curry.
baby, like twins in the womb.
But like, so no, this was my point though. How does Curry like be the guy if the Golden State's 16-13? And I couldn't name one state.
Are you saying that Golden State's in the playoffs? Who does Zion play for, Matt?
The Pelicans, right?
Yeah. So where are they at? You're in the wrong conference.
Oh, sorry. Am I? What the fuck?
Yeah.
No.
Down.
They're in the Western. They're in the Western Conference.
Oh.
12 and 16.
Yeah.
So 4-game difference.
Man, that's wild. Who's the Jazz's top player?
Mitchell.
Yeah.
Mitchell and Gobert. Mitchell's good. I like Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell's really good.
Yeah, but the problem is Utah. Just nothing ever feels right coming out of Utah. I mean, Karl Malone, John Stockton were never the face of the NBA. You know, like they're. It's a hard. It's just. Yeah, it's a hard
small
place.
Market.
It's a small market. I mean, it's why It's why the Spurs have never had a face of the NBA,
and that's another reason why New Orleans is
Kawhi. It wasn't Kawhi big.
Duncan was big. Robinson.
Yeah, Tim Duncan, Tim Robinson.
Dude.
Matt, those are staples of mine growing up. I remember name what shoe. What brand of shoe did Tim Duncan wear? Reebok.
Adidas.
Tim Robinson had
Adidas.
Oh.
Tim Robinson.
I don't know. Like, did he have a signature shoe?
Yeah.
I don't think so. David Robinson did. But that was in the realm of like those shoes. I had those shoes in high school, and they weighed 18 pounds.
That's why you could jump so high.
If you want to know why I could jump, is I accidentally bought fucking work boots to play basketball in.
They're really like trainers, and you got to take the weights out of them. Yeah,
the most expensive shoes ever. Fucking, they had the green air, and then the pump was on the side. It was.
Yeah.
It even had the place where you could put the cartridge to fucking pump it up, like with the little CO2 pump.
The little CO2. That's
dumbest shit ever, man.
I wish you still had those.
Yeah, there's a pair about $350.
What size are they?
Those are 10 and a halves.
Oh, no, keep me away because I'll.
Kelly, you could cut the back out of them and use them as slippers.
Yeah, they're white. Nick, see if you share that. Nick, enable that. Bring that up and show them, because that was. I swear to you, Grant took me to the mall in Hobbs, and and I got them, and I showed up to the basketball game, and I was like, dude, I'm about to wreck shop, and they were so heavy. They're so. Yeah. I was the starting point guard on the year that I had that, and I was just like, man, this ain't gonna work. There was a point in time.
How old are you? How old are you were you then, Cal? Were you when this story you're telling?
Oh, this was probably 9th grade.
How do I share the screen?
You're a point guard.
Click share screen on the bottom.
Yeah, I was. So this was probably in 1989, 1990. Maybe, yeah, 7th or 8th grade. I had them. Were just the dumbest shit ever. It took me until like I realized a little later, like just how nice. Yep.
They look like
that is the
super high tops.
That
it's like
I
an
got
extra 6 inches that you don't need.
Oh yeah, that goes straight up to your
I don't know
muscle.
What high tops are. Yeah. Oh,
that's got 90s written all over it.
Oh, dude, imagine like trying to just. You could Liu Kang my ankle and not hurt it.
That's like a Matt workout shoe right there that you wear to the gym, Matt. That goes straight with your outfit. With your fanny pack and your hat.
Nick, stop right there.
That's you.
Nick, do you see the 2 blue lace
Yeah.
holes? See the little puffy thing next to it? That was it was on the side, but on the back was the release and also where you could fucking CO2 air it up.
I prefer my pumps to be the D Brown ones.
No, yeah, those Reebok pumps were sick.
Yeah.
The Omni Zones.
Oh. Yep.
I had a pair of white ones, and I think I was in middle school, and I was so happy to have them. I was wearing them, and we were playing tag out front, and it had rained, and I just slipped in the mud with my brand new pumps on. I was
devastated, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh man,
cleaning those.
I played basketball in middle school, and I remember when I had my basketball shoes, they were like the fucking like the holy, like my game shoe. You know, you get the new ones, and you're like, I'm gonna just wear these for the games, like because that's the cool thing to do. And then you get done with the game, and you had 3 fucking blisters on your feet because they were brand new, they weren't broken in. Because you just like, I'm not going. It's the game. It's for the game. My new shoes are for the game. Yeah.
So we didn't decide who's the new face. You got your vote.
Zion. My vote, Zion. I never thought about that angle. It's going to be Zion. I think longevity is a huge thing. I think they got time to build him as a brand. And again, we're fat as fuck, and he'd be a great, what do they call body? What do they call that now? Like body
positive.
Body positive.
Kelly, who are you saying?
The NBA All-Stars were announced. So
that's a good place to start.
See here. So I was just gonna call out
Share
Western
the
Conference.
Share the list. Share the list. Share the list. Share it.
Hey, you know what? Oh, share.
Yeah, of course.
Share. The first one that pops up, I do think is pretty interesting here. Luka Doncic could be a guy that becomes a pretty interesting one. So King James, Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, Kawhi, and Nikola Jokic. I like Jokic, but like he's just, dude, he's so good. But Jokic it's just, so I mean, like if you ask me, like, does he even like? I don't even know what he sounds like. You could just play something. Kyrie Irving. I can't believe Kyrie's a starter. That's crazy. Kyrie, KD, Giannis is a really cool idea, but I worry that Giannis is going to win a lot of games and never win an important one.
Was there ever an era in the NBA where there wasn't just like a face of the NBA? Was there ever?
That's an interesting one right there, E.
Yeah.
From a personality. I mean, man, dude,
Lillard's
no one
awesome.
hits bigger shots than Lillard. Lillard is just cold. Watching Lillard go back and forth with Russ Westbrook is the single greatest thing of all time.
Love it.
Because Westbrook like pulls a 3 from 60 feet, bricks it. Lillard comes back and just freaking cans one. The Nets, I hate the Nets. I don't want the Nets to win a single thing.
They're playing tonight. They play the Lakers tonight.
I don't know. Doncic, I'm going to, if we're talking, if LeBron James retired tomorrow, it would be Steph Curry for the next few years. Guys.
When do you guys think LeBron James might retire?
That's a great question.
5 years?
You think he's got another 5? Wow.
I think he's gonna Tom Brady.
I bet he plays 5 more years.
He's gonna Tom Brady it till he's 40 and an All-Star.
Could be.
I'm sure he spends insane amounts of money on nutrition and everything else like Brady does to get their body prepared and keep it prepared.
I'm gonna go Doncic. If we're talking long term, I'll go Doncic.
Okay.
That'll be my guy. That'll be the face of the NBA. International, and the dude just puts in work.
That's a good one.
I mean, he's a starter. He got voted in as a starter. What more do you want?
I think it was by the fans he got in over Lillard. There was a little controversy over that today.
That's my vote. I like him.
Eric, what do you think? Well, Nick, you first, because Eric, this is kind of your topic.
I'm going Michael Jordan. The NBA is gonna once LeBron retires,
go back to Jordan.
Once LeBron retires, they're gonna be like, we don't have any faces of the NBA, and they're just gonna run old Nike commercials with Jordan.
With him just saying, and I took that personally.
Yeah, drinking his crappy drink of whatever his scotch was or something.
They used to have some really cool commercials back in the day. I wish they'd make some more.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go out with the young kids and I'm going to say Ja Morant.
Oh, that's a sneaky one. You know what? Why not say that maybe the face isn't even in the NBA right now?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a point. Somebody coming up right now that's going to be the guy.
Some crazy TikTok video guy.
just doing
a TikTok video guy.
I honestly feel so old because of TikTok. I don't understand. Like I don't understand it at all. I don't. It's like it's another video app for the that I'm not on. All right, well, fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know.
If you bet me $100 that I couldn't get a TikTok video up in 30 minutes, you would win $100.
Get an account, all that shit, upload.
All right, Nick, let's hear about your big old signing right now.
The Padres have a great young team, and so just today, our 22-year-old shortstop Fernando Tatis Jr. he signed a 14-year extension. $340 million for the next 14 years.
God damn.
Wow. I mean, he's a stud. He's an amazing player. He has power. He has speed.
Player in baseball.
He's the face of the game in baseball. Is that what you just said, Kelsey?
Yeah. Who?
Kelso?
He is. I think he is. He's my favorite. He got in trouble for hitting a grand slam against my Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
Like showboating a little. And my dumbass manager talked shit. And I'm like, dude, that's the most exciting fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
If anything baseball needs is it's more showboating.
Absolutely.
Agreed. Anything to keep that fucking boring ass sport above water.
Oh my God. Trevor Bauer. They need more Trevor Bauers. They need fewer Madison Dumgardeners.
I know.
Trademark. James or Brian McCann's. They need less of these dumbasses that have these unwritten rules of the game.
Yeah.
Tatis is my
Move
favorite.
away from that.
Tatis is my favorite player in baseball, and I will be rooting for him from now until freaking whenever. The dude's a fucking stud.
The whole team is great, and
it'll be a bargain.
I'm pumped up that I'm thinking he's gonna win MVP at least twice during the next 14 years.
Wow. Yeah. And your Padres, dude, have gone like they've got the number one pitching prospect in baseball. Yep. They went out and traded for Yu Darvish. They went out and traded for Blake Snell. They've got Manny Machado at third. Dude, like you guys are, it's like, and you've got, let me see here. I've got the minor league baseball minor league system rankings up.
We always, one of the top systems.
You guys have traded for three of the biggest names in baseball. and you still have the 7th ranked fucking system in here.
Yeah,
So
it's insane.
Dude, you guys are out. Oh, FYI, former Texas Ranger assistant general manager AJ Preller is your guys' GM. So I like to think that the Rangers had a little bit to do with this. So well done, sir. Well done.
Yeah, I'm pumped for the season.
Nice.
Matt, theme song. What walk us through this.
Well,
what do you got?
So no. What it's actually E had a really cool idea, and we're working through it. E was like, Matt, you need to make a beat because I don't want to speak out of school, because Eric had an idea, but he's got an idea for kind of the lyrics, I'm guessing, and the way that it's going to go down, and so we need to kind of collaboratively work on it. But I was excited. What I was excited to point out is that we have a concept now, and it hasn't been hashed out, but there is a concept floating around, and I do plan on making some strides towards a theme song for the podcast. And I think that's going to be really cool, because what I'd love to do is have it maybe be a segment for a while as we kind of build on it and make it kind of happen, and maybe critique it and kind of collaboratively make the theme song happen. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say, is that like there's one, like we're going to make our own theme song, and it's going to be the fucking podcast theme song. It's going to be something that we touch on and that we work on together, and we hash out what we like, what we don't like about it, and then keep working. And that'd be, I think it might be a fun segment to kind of even like compose a little bit, that kind of thing.
We can reach out to Tommy Corvette, get him in here in the studio, and have him. Speaking of which, he's 100% going to be a guest. I don't care what anyone says. That dude is one of the greatest times of all time, no matter what.
I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we gotta have. Well, I'll message him. We will have him on. He will be a fucking riot. What we can do is come up with our themes. Like you guys produce the song, give him it, and be like, dude, just fuck around with it, make it goof, do something with it, and send it back. And it might be hilarious if he sends back even more. Like it just be. We'll have him on. It'll be a blast.
Yeah, totally.
So we need to have him share, because he's got 9,500 followers on Instagram. So we need to have him share our podcast.
Yeah, we do.
As soon as he's on, he will be required to by law.
Bird law.
We also need a logo.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah,
we need a BAB-Cast logo. I don't know anybody that makes logos.
I know a logo generator online throws out a lot of trash. Yeah, logos are kind of hard. Graphic design is completely underrated. But like my problem with graphic design is there's a lot of people who say they're graphic designers and they don't make anything. And you're like, okay. It's kind of a weird field, because I feel like it's super hard to kind of create logos and shit from scratch. Like that's tricky.
Totally.
And then like abiding by all the rules and like the way, like take your Aggies hat. Like that's so badass. Like the font is perfect. The way that it's kind of underlined by that streak, like it's really cool.
That's an old school.
Yeah, and it's badass. It's old school, but like somebody spent a lot of time drawing that up, like how that looks the way it does. And graphic design just kind of in general is something that I think
they might have just gone to a logo generator and just
that might have been it. Online logo generator. Well, look at Kelly's hat. What team is that, Kelly? I love that. The cactus. That's a badass, that's a badass logo.
It's an Arizona Fall League team, the Surprise Saguaros, and but it's Arizona based. It's minor league baseball, Arizona based. So yeah, no, I mean I think we can come up with some fun stuff.
I thought they just messed up on the Sun Devils logo and they're like, here you got some extras.
It's a really weird W.
No, but I think it's underrated. It's underrated for sure.
I think the way that I think a logo works is because there's no invention in the world anymore. It's really innovation. Is that we find something that stands out to us, and then we have to figure out how to make it our own.
Right.
That's exactly how we did it with the Fort logo. Is that we saw something that I was like, ooh, I dig that. Talked to Daniel Tabata, Griselda's husband in Albuquerque, and he just started playing around with it. And next thing you know, we have the Fort logo that everyone's hopefully likes.
I love it. I love the Fort logo.
It's good times. Nick, what are you sipping on?
Oh, I'm doing a local brewery, Spotted Dog. I got a growler of the milk stout.
Cool.
Milk steak.
Yep.
I like it.
With jelly beans. Raw.
I've never had their milk stout, but
I've never had raw jelly beans.
I like Spotted Dog.
Yeah, the stout's not bad. I mean, it's really smooth. I've been enjoying it. Sometimes the stouts, for whatever reason, they have like a sort of a harsh finish, and this one has a nice finish to it. So I would definitely do it again, and it's perfect for like cold weather.
Nice.
Beer. That's not what's for dinner for us. I'll tell you that much.
No, could be.
I'm drinking Old Forester 1910, Old Fine whiskey. It's great.
We went on me and Ian, Kevin went on a bourbon.
The level of detail that you go into.
Okay, I'll go
next level.
Something interesting. Old Forester. So toasted barrels have been kind of the craze this past year with some bourbons, and this one is actually in a toasted barrel. So it's barreled and then it's in a toasted barrel afterwards and charred almost to the point of incineration.
Charbroiled?
And what's funny is, since it's such a big rage about it, it's not even on the bottle. It doesn't even say toasted barrel on the bottle. So it's kind of like you have to know about Old Fine whiskey, Old Forester 1910, to know that it's in a toasted barrel. So
I'm a fan of toast and I'm a fan of barrels. So you had me at hello. That's a cool, that windmill orange thing that they did was good. Yeah, I feel like speaking of sponsored by
yeah.
Hold on, Old Forester. Speaking of what this podcast needs to be. But man, you know what's funny? I've only had Old Forester when you guys have shared. I don't have a bottle.
You should get a bottle.
Oh, it's good, man. It's a good brand. I haven't had anything that I haven't liked by them. And they're really, what's the real cheap one, Eric? The one that's 86 proof or something?
The 86, just the Old Forester 86.
Yeah, man, it's so good, and it's 20 something bucks consistently, and it's readily available. You don't have to go and dig it up. It's fantastic. But Old Fine whiskey sounds. What's the proof on Old Fine?
93.
Oh, okay, not nuts.
No, not nuts.
Not nuts. Yeah,
It's
not
really,
Stag fucking
really
Junior. Good. Jesus Christ.
Maddie?
I am rocking one of my go-tos, Buffalo Trace. Really like Buffalo Trace.
Is that the bottle you just bought on Saturday?
No. It's an old bottle that I've had for decades.
Just go put it on your trash pile in your goddamn laundry room and fucking problem solved.
Hey,
Buffalo
you know what?
Trace is just classic.
It's
just such a nice everyday.
It's called Green Energy, Kelly. Get with it. Green Energy. That's what I'm working on. That's my plan. I know. I like Buffalo Trace. I think it's fantastic. Clearly, it's super smooth. It actually is one of, I don't want to say it's my favorite, because E has shown me like the fucking way, and I've had stuff that like is better for sure, like at E's house, and like he always takes you on a tour of something that's incredible. But as far as like just a solid, doesn't let you down, it's not, I think my Buffalo Trace is like it's key to success is it's not offensive. Like it doesn't do anything that is like offensive. You know, it's like, it tastes good. It's not a lot of this. It's not a lot of that. It's not particularly potent. I don't think it's 90 proof. So it's not like a Stag Junior, like the one that we had in Ruidoso that just kicks you in the teeth. So it's just like a mellow, nice bourbon. Yeah.
Oh, Burkett liked that one a lot.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, Kel?
I have a bottle of Woodford Reserve.
Fantastic. Nick, you bought me my first bottle of that.
Oh yeah, I did.
Solid choice.
You know,
both Buffalo Trace and that are solid. You can't go wrong.
You know, especially when you take into consideration, I was at CVS and this, I think it was $38 or $42.
Yeah.
And then I go to Walmart to grab some things and I walk back there. I want to say it was $26 or $28.
Why the hell is CVS so much more expensive? That should be a topic next time.
It has all of the Elks area. No one wants to go all the way to Walmart. They'd rather just spend 10 more bucks or maybe 20.
So it is you know, it is. It's good. I don't know. And what's weird is there's a difference between what I would think of this at $26 or $28 and $40.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
because at $26, this becomes something that you're just like, man, I'll stock this.
It dominates at that price. At that price, Woodford dominates.
Yeah. It has, and then the label's cool because it says it's label batch. I'm 5,558, bottle number 962. I don't know what that means, but it sounds cool. And then the thing on the back, which was weird, which we talked about before the show, it's comprised of more than 200 detectable flavor notes. That's a complete straight and utter bullshit statement because I just can't imagine. Like, I just feel like you're making shit up at that point in time. But one of the things I'm going to invest in for everyone that has bourbon is apparently I learned today that there's like a special glass that you're supposed to taste bourbon.
There's some different glasses, yeah.
Yeah, like they've got some stuff. So I'll have that. But I'm super excited about we're gonna make a video when I get the smoker thing that I ordered that's coming in from Bespoke Post. By the way, we're sponsored by Bespoke Post, bespokepost.com. $45 a month. Mail yourself presents. Fuck it, man. Nice. I do.
Yeah. Hey.
And then you give presents away at Christmas, and everyone gets presents.
This is my question about Bespoke Post. Is it worth it? Are you worth it?
Oh, for sure. Oh, okay.
So when you were talking about going to CVS and then you went to Walmart to get some things, I thought you were going to say you bought another TV.
I found a 70-inch TV for $185. I bought 7.
Actually, what's weird is TVs are almost cheaper than bourbon. Yeah, it makes a ton of sense. So no, I'm a fan of this Woodford.
Because of the minimum wage in the United States.
It's the first time. Yeah,
free TVs.
It's the first time I've really had it by itself. China. I think we had it, Eric, at Josh Barvo's Kentucky Derby party. I think that was a giant bottle of Woodford that we were making all the mint juleps with.
Yeah.
So but I've never really just sipped on it, and I like it. I'm almost, it's 90 proof, but I might be to the point where I think you should get your bourbon, open it, and let it sit on the shelf after it's open to breathe a little, and then kind of go through bottles like that. I don't know. That a topic for a different time. We'll call it the Clyde Mays discussion.
We should do on the Woodford side of things next week during the booze segment. We should call the Woodford helpline or whatever and ask them to describe the 200 flavors.
Email us a list of the detectable 200 fucking flavors. I mean, like, I could make up 200 flavors. But no, so at the end of the day, I love it. $26, game changer at Walmart. I hate buying shit from Walmart. Just like we said when we get Elephant Ranch on the show, we're gonna all go over there, support small businesses. But if you can get Woodford Reserve for $26, go get Woodford Reserve for $26 and just fucking enjoy it.
Yeah.
Speaking of pouring shit over my teeth, I went to the dentist today. And
which dentist do you want to say?
The one that you don't like.
Oh, okay.
But
I know exactly.
But I got to meet. Yeah. But I got to.
I have childhood trauma with that fucking dentist. That's my only issue.
Yeah, you're kind of a bitch at times, so maybe it wasn't his fault.
Really? Okay.
That's the Woodford talking. It's 200 flavors, and one of them is spite.
So on the Woodford site, it says there are 212 to be exact.
Fuck you. It's good. I like it. It's good. 212 suck dicks is what that is.
So as you can see, we can ask them. Hey, fly us out.
Stack Junior has 2 flavors. It's oaky and burn.
gasoline, and charred lava.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
this is what you need to taste all the flavors. You need cheese, berries, orange.
You need flavors
chocolate.
to taste the flavors? This is bullshit. Hey, no. Hear me out.
Who has sorghum?
Hear me out, guys. Put these berries in your mouth. Doesn't it taste like fucking berries? Check that box off. That's a fucking flavor. Hey, guys.
This isn't Oregon Trail, Nick. We don't have sorghum.
Doesn't the bourbon taste like cheese? Check that box off. It tastes like
it even has the steps to conduct the proper taste.
If you get dysentery, and drink Woodford, you will 100% taste dysentery.
Observe a conversational pause before moving to the next sample.
Do you guys want to taste diarrhea flavored Woodford?
Okay. Hey, dude, 100
diarrhea.
Dude, 100. Okay, 100%. We are going to try this, though, guys.
Oh no! Yeah, you have to spend $100 on little.
Yeah, you got a $26 bottle, but
where do you get your hazelnuts?
$100 worth of aperitifs.
Where do you get your hazelnuts, Eric?
Sprouts.
I only get the best.
Yeah. Okay. Sprout. Yeah. 100
hazelnut farm.
Sorry, I forgot we had cool stores.
Cranberry.
All right, no, there's a bigger issue at hand here, guys. I've uncovered one of society's biggest fucking farces, man. Oral health, dentistry, that shit. Okay, here's my question. I went to the dentist. I didn't remember I had a dentist appointment today until I got a fucking text message from him at 11 going, "Hey, you got a dentist appointment at." Is Nick running out of power?
yeah.
They're like, "You got a dentist appointment at 1. If you want to postpone, you need to pay us money." And I'm like, "Well, fuck it, I'm going."
Dude,
so I go.
That is fucking crazy. That's how you know it's not that important to people. If you don't fucking come, we're charging you anyway. What business? What other if you buy a movie ticket, okay, you reserve a movie ticket. Let's just say you could reserve a movie ticket.
What are movies? I forgot what those are.
AMC?
You know what? I forgot because AMC, you know what? I should get free movies for like a while. That's all I'm trying to say.
You definitely should. I should only get 2. But so I go, okay. And I don't have what I would refer to as the best oral health care. What do you call it? Like regimen, 100% regimen. Since my last checkup, I would say that I have flossed 0 times. And I only brush my teeth in the morning. When I wake up and I get in the shower, I brush my teeth in the morning. I do not brush my teeth at night. I just go to bed, and I've got a bag of sweet tarts next to the bed that Jess bought me that she thought was Sour Patch Kids, but it's just sweet tarts.
You eat candy before you go to bed?
They're delicious. And Valentine's Day.
You brush your teeth one time, you don't floss, and you eat candy like before you go to bed. Like your fucking buddy the elf. You live like your fucking buddy the elf. Your buddy the elf. You fucking wake up, you fucking maple syrup.
3 main food
that
groups.
Fucking candy before you
candy canes, candy corn, cotton candy, syrup. And but I go today, and like I totally forgot too. And you know what used to be the most stressful thing ever is like knowing that you were going to the dentist. and you're like, oh fuck. So you're like, dude, I'm gonna start flossing, and then you just fuck your shit, like you're just bleeding, like you're just going crazy. And I showed up today,
Hey God,
raw dog, just straight raw dog. Sit down, and I'm like, you know what, man? Whatever happens, happens. And then
That's Kelly right before bed.
yeah, that's me. That's me watching Netflix at 11:30. About ready to call it a night. Just shut her down. And so I get in there, and you know, like the funny thing is like they start this deal, and then they start calling out numbers, and it's like 323, 323, 333, 323, 222.
Yeah.
212, and they just like rattle around, and I'm like,
I'm pretty sure
the bad numbers are the high numbers. So like 4, if you hear a 4, you're like, ah, damn it, fours, no 4s, not a single 4. I had more 1s today than I've ever had when I've sat down. The dentist comes in, and he's like, you know, and then what's hilarious? Who the fuck asks you a question and then sticks their hands in your mouth, waiting for you to respond? I'm just like, I can't talk. And he's like, you know, how's your day going? I was like, well, I'll know more in a minute. And he's like, okay, cool, does it? And he's like, looking good. See you in 6 months. And I'm like, what the fuck? And yeah. I'm just wondering, if it's a situation where that concept, like, I don't know, like I mean, we clearly don't want to bring a dentist or a anyone, like they're going to be like, oh, tote the party line, Tommy. And, yeah. But I just think that there's something weird about maybe just letting your shit be. So I don't know, man.
I definitely think it's because it's not like you get to go test drive a car and then you're like, I don't really like that. And then go test drive another car and be like, oh yeah, I'll take that one. So you go to the dentist and they're like, oh yeah, you got a cavity. We're going to have to fill it or your teeth are going to fall out. And so you trust them to do everything that you need to preserve your mouth. And I mean, you very well could just be having your teeth drilled for no reason at all, be getting these random fillings that you would never need.
There's actually been Kate, like there's been what do they call it, like malpractice or whatever? Like there's been malpractice cases of like dentists doing like you know, unnecessary dental work.
You can't even see. Like the only time you ever know is if something hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
That's it. That's all you got. And I'm not kidding. Like, I mean, I know, like, it sounds like I'm I'm like 2 steps away from being a hobo, but best fucking checkup ever. There was guaranteed 11 ones when they were, and now watch, they'll be like, no, actually the high numbers are better. And I'm like, okay, shit, bad. No, because he told me, he's like, dude, you look great. And they poke, no sensitivity. I don't know, man. A la natural.
I'm also skeptical about wisdom teeth being taken out.
Oh, that's an interesting, I don't know, man. Mine.
I have mine. I have all mine.
Mine are gone.
All mine are gone.
Dude, mine were
this
growing
weird
in
gap in the back.
sideways.
I literally have this weird gap between my last tooth and like the wall of my jaw. Like there's a big space there. Like I mean, it feels huge because my tongue is really tiny.
That's what she said.
But but like, well, you know how everything's kind of like your tongue's super sensitive. So like, you know, you can feel that little crevice in the back of your teeth and it feels like a country mile, but really it's not. But it is weird that, like, you know, you can kind of do that. I honestly think I'm kind of right there with you, Kelly.
2, 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, looking good, Kel. Hey, you passed my dental test. But I think that it's super strange. I'm always skeptical of any business where they sell you the problem and the solution. Where they say, you know what I mean? Where they say, hey, you have a problem and I can fix it. And it'll only cost
gas stations.
Gas lighting.
Yeah. Well, but like, you know, all it'll only cost you this visit. And when you're gonna walk you down. I mean, and I think that like in the medical field, that's a thing too. I mean, there's obviously surgeries that people that could decline, go through physical therapy and not necessarily have. It is kind of, I don't know.
No, that's my point. That's what I was.
I think
that's all I wanted to say.
Kelly, I think it's a
farce of the 21st century, and it's all bullshit. And literally, brush your teeth once a day, eat all the sweet tarts that you want at night, and you know what? Floss.
To your point.
If you
got to your point, Kelly. Like at my day job, we don't let the company that takes the asbestos out decide if we have asbestos and if they got it out. So we go to a separate company to say, is there asbestos here? Okay, cool. This company says there's asbestos, right? And then then you hire somebody else to go and remove it, and then you hire somebody else to go and test if they actually.
Mechanic, so.
What's that?
Goddamn mechanic.
Yeah. You know,
it's like you need a new rotator splint in your car, and it's like what?
Yeah.
How did that go out? So.
No,
all right,
no.
Well,
that's just wild.
We're at the hour and 45-minute mark, and I think that's the perfect time to wrap it up. So, E, lead us out.
This is E. Thanks for joining.
Matt, this is Kelly. Thanks for being here.
Hey, this is Nick. Be sure to comment if you're the 20th person to like the show or add it to your user list. You'll get a hat. If you're the 100th person, you'll get $100. And leave your comments and questions about building in the comment section because we need those.
Yeah, first person to leave a comment about building something gets a hat too. And Matt, it goes alphabetically EKMN.
I thought because I was the most alpha, I had to go as soon as I could. Night, everybody.
Later.
Night.